Today we will be introducing you to chapters 18 through 20 of What Great Principals Do Differently by Todd Whitaker. This presentation is brought to you by Carrie Hettinger, Sean Miles, and Russell Johnson. Chapter 18 is titled Dealing with Negative or Ineffective Staff Members. In this chapter, we learn how to deal with those staff members that we know are in all of the schools. Whether they had a bad attitude or tried to do the bare minimum to get by, we know that there is one thing for certain we should never do. The worst thing you can do is to avoid those negative or ineffective staff members. You want to make your presence known so that they know that they are being watched and observed and that their actions are being monitored. Some ways to make your presence known are to do class visits, frequent drop-bys, and have visits with them throughout the week. Another thing to do to help with ineffective teachers is to give them responsibilities. Even if these responsibilities are small, it shows that you are expecting them to do work to improve the school and to help the students. Whenever possible, try to be proactive rather than reactive. Get ahead of things before they happen. Prepare them for difficult parents or difficult students. Use another mentor who is highly qualified and seen as a leader in the school. Whatever you do, do not try to act as though things will get better on their own or avoid the situation. It's the people, not the programs, that make the difference. All schools have all types of teachers. Administrators will often have two options: improve the staff you have or get new staff. The best teachers do not expect others to carry an equal load of responsibility, but they do expect them to do a fair share of the work. When hiring new staff, it is not always about who will be the best fit socially with the other teachers. It takes diversity, variety, and a hard work ethic to keep staff running strong. Best principals get better at hiring. The bar for better teachers continues to rise as principals get better. Teachers that are ready within the district are challenged to improve, and the new teachers are encouraged to start a new line rather than fall in line. There will always be mediocre teachers, but great teachers will always do their best to help improve them and reach out to them. The principals also need to make it known that mediocrity is not good enough. As an administrator, you should base every decision you make on your best teacher or teachers. If you're wanting to implement a new strategy or program, ask your best teacher how they feel about it. If the best teacher does not feel it is best for the schools, chances are it's not best for the school. If you can't get the best teacher on board to support you, the lower teachers definitely won't fall in line either. When looking for volunteers, it is often the best teacher who raises their hand first to help you out when needed. Though this is great and often expected, we definitely want to make sure that we do not put too much of the load on those good teachers. Without showing favorites, you definitely want to let the best teacher know that you think they are amazing so that they will always feel appreciated. A happy teacher is a successful teacher. Our superstar teachers will always be effective teachers, but if we do not value their contributions, they will limit their influence to their individual classrooms. Setting expectations at the start of the year is what is covered in Chapter 19. Whitaker makes it very clear that the principal and administrators have to lay the groundwork at the very beginning, because it is very hard to work your way backwards once you're into the start of the year. Todd Whitaker said, "Even if we have been in the same building for several years, the opening of school is a new opportunity to move our faculty forward. At the beginning of the year, everyone has an undefeated mindset. It's a fresh start as a new or as a veteran teacher. We cannot assume that new teachers are aware of the expectations we have for our staff. New teachers are very likely excited for the year and going to try their best, but that doesn't mean they know what we expect of them. Expectations are something that is best to have a real conversation with your staff about rather than sending in an email. This way, you can emphasize your strong feelings about each particular thing and answer questions that may arise. Also, when expectations are presented to everybody at the same time and an opportunity for questions is allowed, there is less confusion and smaller leeway." Some management expectations to cover would be to explain how effective teachers prevent behaviors from happening. An effective teacher wants to see a changed student come back to the classroom, while an ineffective teacher wants to see a student that is visibly upset when they return to the classroom from being sent by the principal. Whitaker talks about how every teacher has a bag of tricks for classroom management. Effective teachers only use this bag of tricks 1 to 2 times a day. However, ineffective teachers use their bag of tricks multiple times an hour, rendering them less effective because students don't take them seriously anymore. By making your expectations known early, you reduce the likelihood of unwanted behavior from staff and students. Teachers will be able to identify unwanted behaviors and will know which behaviors they should be able to manage on their own and which ones may require sending a student to the principal. Make sure it is known that the expectations are that of the entire school and that they are intended for everyone. Also, it is important to make sure that the expectations are reasonable, fair, and clear so that there is no confusion. Think of the school as a blueprint. The principals are the architect who come up with the structure which the school will be built upon. The teachers establish the foundation. They are what hold the school together. They keep it strong, and they put the principal's blueprint into action. The students then move into the building and fill it with life and meaning in their own unique ways, because every class that comes through the building will change the look of that school. Administrators need to know what they believe in, and they need to make those beliefs clear so that everyone is on the same page and willing to buy into the principal's beliefs. We must adhere to our core values. As mentioned before in our class, our core belief is our North Star, and it will guide leaders on their journey. As administrators, we are forced to make difficult decisions every day. We decide new staff, new curriculum, and new policies. When reaching the difficult decisions, we must always make it based on what is best for our students. As principals, our main focus has got to be our staff. Our teachers are the ones who work directly with the students. We need happy teachers in order to have effective teachers to maximize student learning. This also comes along with creating a safe culture. It starts with the principal, then spirals to the teacher, which in turn increases the likelihood of the teacher creating a classroom where students feel safe and encouraged. In a school, everybody is obviously doing what is best for the student. In order to do this, though, the principal must always think of the teacher first. The principal doesn't have to be the smartest person in the room. They just have to know how to meet the needs of their teachers so that every day their teachers want to come to school and are motivated to do their best for the students.
You can walk into a new school or a new setting or a new store or a new whatever, and as an outsider, immediately get a sense of what the culture and climate are. When you're in that organization, it becomes normal. So sometimes you don't even know it's weird. You know, if you have a faculty meeting and people are disinterested or not paying attention or making snide comments, when you're the brand new teacher, you think that's weird. You don't understand. Why? I thought this would be great learning. Why are people being so disrespectful? Why are people acting like this? But once you've been in it, you start to act like that too. And it just becomes the normal thing for you.
Todd's video, along with his book, emphasize the importance of starting right at the beginning of the year with building a culture of respect and setting expectations. If you have only read your designated reading and enjoyed our presentation, we strongly encourage you to read the entire book, including our chapters. If you have any questions, please ask Carrie, Sean, or Russell, and we will be more than happy to clarify information. Thanks for watching.